Hey guys, we're back for day 2. Today we're going to talk about lesson 4.2 on area of triangles. You'll see on the whiteboard that I've written a few notes. I've written 2 different ways to calculate the area of a triangle. Either way is fine, whichever way feels better for you. So the first one in red says area equal 1/2, and then in parentheses I put base times height so as not to confuse you, since there wouldn't be any space between the 1/2 and the b. The other area for, or formula, for area of a triangle can be written area equal base times height divided by 2. And remember, when we have that bar, we always refer to it as a division problem. So whichever one would feel more comfortable for you, I want you to use that. If you're not sure yet, try both and see which one works better for you. Over on the right, in green, I have just a typical triangle. It looks sort of like an equilateral triangle, meaning that all the sides are equal and all the angles are at 60 degrees. It's in green. And then I have the base and the height labeled. Notice again, it's kind of like the parallelogram. I don't want to measure the diagonal there. I want to measure straight from the base to the top. So I put the height inside the triangle. We'll be looking at some examples where I put the dotted line outside as well. Down below that, I have a typical equilateral triangle of the distance of 5 centimeters for its base, and then its height being 3 centimeters. And that is in red with the black labels. Notice I used the divide by 2, the area formula that's in black above. I multiplied 5 by 3 to get 15. I divided by 2 to get 15 halves, and that equals 7.5. We can report our answer out in fractions, or we could say 7 5/10 if we wanted to use decimals, which would look like 7.5. I'm going to step around and move the screen up for a few more examples, so this would be a good time for you to pause, and I will be right back with you. Hopefully it doesn't follow me today. Hello. So I have another triangle here. It's in blue. I wrote the base on the top, and you're probably thinking, why would he do that? I thought the base meant the bottom. We're looking for a line that is straight. Notice our other 2 lines are diagonal, so the straight line here would be the 8-inch line. Notice that I didn't do my height inside this time, because if I tried to do my height, it wouldn't go all the way down to the bottom of the figure. So I put the 5-inch height outside the triangle on the left-hand side in red. This time I'm using the original area formula that I showed you, area equal 1/2 base times height. So I wrote area equal 1/2, parentheses 8 times 5. Notice I solved in the parentheses first. So the area is 1/2 of 40, and I'm pretty good with my math. I've been doing this a while. I know that half of 40 is 20. So my area for that triangle is 20 inches squared. The last one I wanted to show you was just a typical right triangle, and I forgot to put my little right angle in there. I may sneak around and put that in before we say goodbye. My base of my right triangle is 10 feet. My height, notice, is a decimal, so I have to do a little bit of work with decimals, and you'll be doing some work with decimals and fractions in this unit to sort of further reinforce what we learned in Chapter 2. So over on the right in blue, area equals 10 for the base times 6 5/10 for the height, divided by 2. So I get my area as 65 over 2, and 65 divided by 2 is 32 1/2. I'm going to sneak around and stick my little right angle symbol in there so you guys don't make fun of me tomorrow when you get to school. Still working out a few of those kinks, guys. It looks like the camera's tried to follow me when I put down the remote. But notice that I added the little right angle symbol in my triangle, in my black triangle there. So those are the notes for tonight. Please make sure that you copy them all down. Think about a question you might have. Think about how you're going to summarize your notes when you return to school tomorrow. Have a great night.